9 Enniskerry players got injured the other night, falling off the back of a bus during the celebrations or a truck, whatever it was. It was just like 9 of them were taken by ambulance to Tallaght St. Vincent's Hospital for treatment. 7 of them were released, so 2 of them are still in there. It really, like when you saw the video, when it started to spread like wildfire, my immediate reaction was, this thing, like there's someone going to get badly injured here with long-term repercussions. It's so dangerous. For anyone who didn't see it, and we're not going to put it up in the video here just because it's a bit grotesque really, but there was a group of players at the back of the vehicle and there was barriers all around them, but all of a sudden it took off, and I think the weight of them all together, and it just all flopped down onto the tarmac. It was,
it's awful looking, it really is sick looking. I actually saw it for the first time this morning. I didn't really want to look at it, to be honest with you, before, but when I knew we were going to talk about it, I looked at it, and it's sick, and you're just thinking how lucky really. I know some of them are injured, but you're just thinking how lucky some of them are.
And when you consider the amount of celebrations going on at different levels, this was Junior B, across the country, like there's so often vehicles involved. Like I've heard Multi-Farnham before, they had a big, like, I think it was like a huge truck. This is out in Westmeath, like a huge American style truck, and possibly players hanging out of that. And it's such a traditional thing to happen, but this is probably a sign that it has to stop, because I mean, think of the compensation claims that may come out of these sort of situations.
True, yeah.
It's not worth it. I think players just need to. It needs to be a case of just a parade, players walking up and down the village, and you see that plenty. A lot of people got on to me when I first got it on WhatsApp, and I got it on a couple of different groups, the video, and a couple of different angles of this accident happened. A few people gave out to me when I tweeted, first of all, is that Enniskerry video legitimate? Because you just don't know. You get so many videos, you're like, is that real or not? And fair enough, I should have known it was real. But then I tweeted, I hope people don't post this out on Twitter, think of their families. And at this stage, we didn't know if anyone was hurt, killed, who knows? And I said, I hope people don't tweet it out. And I had a few people get on to me and say, well, think about what you're saying there. By tweeting it, you're therefore creating awareness, and therefore people are going to go looking for it. So I had a few people saying what happened. But I think, like, the reason I did it is I understood that more people would be aware of it by tweeting about it. But if it turned out that somebody was killed from it, you just don't want that going up on a social media platform and people seeing it. So I think the risk of telling people not to put it up and knowing that more people would know about it was worth it, because it had already gone like wildfire on WhatsApp, and it was going to go everywhere. So at least if it was contained, and I'm not saying I have the power to contain it, but at least it was contained on that platform alone, that's something. It's still desperate that it's going everywhere, and thankfully no one was hurt. But that's the reason why, for anyone who was thinking that it was a bit stupid on my behalf.
I kind of feel a bit like Jeremy Kyle here, like going through this big emotional kind of rant here, and just getting it all off your chest.
Thanks, man. But you should be reading me the riot act if you're Jeremy Kyle. Anyway, that's it. Let us know what you thought of the